go, ladies and gentlemen. Day 564, Sherwin alumina lockout. Yep, that's what America has come to. Well, this shit's been going on for a long time. It just hit us right in the face when you're faced with it like this. You see really what America has become. Well, it's been this way a long time, I'll say it again. We've seen this now. It looks as though Glencore Estrada is going to get to buy Glencore Estrada for $50 million. So they take $50 million out of their right pocket, they put it in their left pocket. And then there's somewhere around $100 million that Sherwin Alumina owes all its creditors, the union, the money they owe, CCC Group, JM Davison, the hotel rooms where they put all the scab workers up for months. All these people they owe money to are going to get screwed out of millions upon millions of dollars because it looks as though our United States government is going to let CCC Group, no, I'm sorry, that was wrong, is going to let CC Alumina, which will be Corpus Christi Alumina, which is owned by Glencore Estrada, is going to get to buy out Sherwin Alumina, which is owned by Glencore Estrada, and then they're going to get to wipe themselves clean of somewhere around $100 million they owe all their creditors, and the $50 million, or I think it's $54 million, that they've bid to buy the company is going to go back to Glencore Estrada. So isn't that cute? So I want to make this clear to anybody that doesn't quite understand exactly what I'm trying to say here. CC Alumina, which is Corpus Christi Alumina, owned by Glencore Estrada, it looks as though is the high bidder, and if the courts approve it, are going to get to buy Sherwin Alumina, which is also owned by Glencore Estrada. So in that case, Corpus Christi Alumina, Glencore Estrada will take $50 million out of their right pocket, and they will hand it back to Sherwin Alumina, which is Glencore Estrada, and put it back in their left pocket. And by doing so, they have wiped themselves clean of $100 million approximately in debt from all their other debtors. And here's the kicker, here's the best part about it. There's approximately $45 million that Glencore Estrada is still owed by Sherwin Alumina. You see, remember, it started out around $95 million in debt. So what do you think they will do with the $45 million that they're not getting from themselves? Oh, hey, Uncle Sam. Hey, United States of America. Remember, we're a Switzerland company. But hey, United States of America, Uncle Sam, we're going to screw you out of $45 million in profit. So that means we don't have to claim, we're going to show a $45 million loss this year. Guess what happens to our tax return? We ain't going to pay you shit. And if we can work it out just right, Uncle Sam, you're going to give me a whole big old fat bunch of money to take back to my Glencore Estrada owners in Switzerland, and we're going to come out smelling like a fat cat. Isn't that cute? Don't you like the way America works? It's the way it is. That's the way it is nowadays, boys and girls. Yeah, they're going to buy themselves for $50 million, screw other people out of $100 million, claim a $45 million loss, and screw the United States of America out of a whole shitload of taxes that we would be getting. Yep. Think these guys are dumb? I don't think they're so dumb. That's because the United States of America is letting them do it. And it happens all the time with these big companies. Donald Trump did it about 4 or 5 times himself. So, now, you know, I was talking last week about who you vote for and that we put ourselves in this position. Do you realize the very, very rich and the corporations have been screwing the middle class and the poor people, excuse me, for hundreds of years? Has anybody ever even thought what the Civil War was about? Have you guys just broke it down and realized what they did? The very, very rich are so freaking smart. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. The Civil War was fought by all the middle class, the lower class, and the poor people. And the rich people had them thinking that they needed to go out there and die for what was right. But you know what they had them out there dying for? So that they could keep their slaves, you freaking morons. People were out there dying so that they could keep their freaking slaves. And you know what keeping their slaves did? Got them free freaking labor. Free freaking labor. And you know what that free freaking labor cost them moron, pathetic people that were fighting the battle? It got them no jobs. Because why are the plantation owners gonna hire people to work when they got free work? They got free slaves working for them, for God's sake. So you go out there and fight and frickin' die. I don't even know how many people died in that Civil War. So that them rich bastards could have free labor. And you could go back and not have a frickin' job. Oh, but you could have your little ranch house and your little farm that you could have anyways. It's crazy. Over 100 years ago, they had us fighting for them so they could have all the good shit. And you know what? It goes on today. They keep you worried about losing your guns, about some queer bastard in your bathroom. They get you worried about some faggots getting married. They get you worried about everything under the sun so that you won't realize they're passing laws every single day to get us to work for less and less money and less money. But what are you worried about? You're worried about some poor bastard on welfare, some sorry old dude getting an unemployment check. You're worried about somebody maybe getting an abortion. Oh my God, you're worried about an abortion. You're worried about all this shit, while right under your noses they're taking the money right off your plate. They're taking the meat and potatoes right off your plate. They're robbing you blind while you keep worrying about all that stupid bullshit. And meanwhile, they pass law after law after law to beat the labor force down. Labor laws are so weak now, they've never been worse. And this shit has been going on since the beginning of America. The rich have been taking advantage of us, and they keep probably 75, maybe 65 to 75% of the working class and the poor believing that they have them in their best interest. It is so freaking embarrassing. It's so pathetic that they got so many people voting for them, and it's against their best interest. I'm telling you, think about it. Think about the Civil War. Think about it, for God's sake. And it's just aggravating as hell. They had all those people dying for them so they could keep their frickin' slaves. If there was no slaves, all them frickin' people that had to die could have had jobs working on them plantations and making money. But no, we went and fought their battle for them so they could keep their slaves, and we died for them to have slaves. You guys, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The rich do not give a shit about life. The rich do not give a shit about human lives. They only care about money. You know, we are the only country that has 100% free enterprise. Capitalism at its worst. Unchecked capitalism. You know what that means in America? You know what that means? That means if somebody has to die for me to get rich, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Hey man, the dude died, so what? All we gotta do is pencil whip a few of the right documents, and then we can say, hey, oh shit man, we didn't mean to kill him. We didn't mean to kill him, it was an accident. But do you want these goods that we make or not? That's what it is in America, boys and girls, capitalism. If people gotta die for other people to get rich, that is totally fine in America. Totally fine. Nothing wrong with it. And the corporation like Glencore Strata, they don't give a shit. They don't care that anybody gets killed in that plant. The only reason they care is because it makes a big old investigation and they got to shut down production for a while. That is the only thing that bothers them about somebody dying in their plant. That's it. Shuts down production for a little while and they got to be a big old investigation. I'm telling you, you got to wake up. We know there's a lot of crooked Democrats, a lot of Democrats that ain't worth a shit either. But they are the only thing we have. They are the only thing we have. If you think for 1 minute a Republican gives a flip-flying shit about you, you're crazy and stupid. Because they don't. They only care about getting your vote and keeping you convinced that some sorry bastard on welfare or some gay person getting married is the end of the world and we got to stop it. And they keep you so freaking focused on that bullshit, you don't realize that they're taking all the money right out of your freaking pocket. It's pathetic. Anyways, I get pissed off when I talk about that stuff. Till my next post, y'all take care.